There's nothing I hate more than sinister ghouls, spirits, and especially skeletons. I really struggle with the mirror. Luigi's Mansion releases, and then releases again. Luigi's Mansion 2 releases, and then releases again for a higher price. But this one does have Luigi on the inside, something I'm sure we're all jealous of. The title of this game being HD always felt a bit weird to me, same with Donkey Kong Country Returns. In like the PS3 360, even Wii U days when these were the first HD consoles, yeah, sure, but it doesn't make much sense until you realize that the Switch is just a juiced up Wii U. Still don't like it though. What I do like though is any home console port of a DS game. DS is awesome, and DS games are awesome. They utilize the second screen brilliantly. In this one, it works fantastically as a collectible checker and a map. However, I would be lying if I said that I didn't prefer the simplicity of just having the one screen. I know it's less portable and less unique, but I just think that a lot of games work better without two screens. Obviously, there's some that really make the most of it, but for the most part, I feel like it's just unnecessary. But let's get to actually discussing the game. Oldie McOldson is working in a lab with all of these really funny looking friendly ghosts until suddenly they decide to start acting like little schwats. This is because King Boo has come back and decided to shatter the Dark Moon, which covers Evershade Valley and keeps the ghosts peaceful. Now that the moon has been shattered into a bunch of pieces and scattered across the landscape, the ghosts are mad. And there's only one option: suck Luigi through his television using pixels. Who the hell came up with this transport idea, by the way? Anyway, Luigi's now in the lab. Now, give him a DS and send him on his way to go and Uber ghosts again. Luigi's Mansion 2, in its DNA, is very similar to Luigi's Mansion 1. You go around a mansion, you sort out puzzles, you grab what you need for these puzzles, and you use the poltergust to suck up ghosts. In order to suck up the ghosts in this game, you must hit them with a strobe light on your flashlight. This is different to Luigi's Mansion 1, where you kind of just need to point the flashlight at them and they freeze, and adds a bit more engagement to the catching ghosts aspect. Along with that, the variety of ghosts is back as well. You have regular ghosts, strong red ghosts, blue ghosts that hide in furniture, and the big brain guy.
Yes! Massive cranium ghost!
You also find the rainbow light, which allows you to reinstate objects that have disappeared. You highlight where they would be, and you suck up the pieces, and it comes back. It's also how you find booze in this game, and take things out of paintings like money, gems, or people. Speaking of people, the way the game is structured means you're going to be seeing a lot of them, especially this guy. EGAD is going to see you every single time you do any little thing, because unlike taking place in one big mansion with a few segments based off of the first floor, basement, or top floor, due to the handheld nature that this game was built for, you go on missions to multiple mansions. Each mission has a little objective to complete in the mansion before you get pixeled back to EGAD, before you get the choice to get pixeled back into the mansion. After you do enough missions, you face a boss. For example, the first boss, a giant spider, which contains this guy in him, which contains a piece of the Dark Moon. Bring it back to EGAD via pixel, get it cleaned up, reinstate. Oh, the next world has opened, a greenhouse forest mansion. There's a variety of mansions in the game, from normal mansions to greenhouse to this clock tower to this time travel area, and there's another one that I think I've forgotten about. Oh yeah, the snow one. More like snow body gives a f***ing fuck. Yeah. I actually really enjoy all of the mansions in this game. They all have amazing atmospheres and their bosses are very unique. Look at the ice level's very unique minecart monster ice beast thing. Although, I will be honest, the fact that as soon as you beat any of them, the only guy that pops out is the same every damn time, and it's just this white ghost with a bit of moon in him, they could have looked a little different, you know? But it's fine, because the main boss is whatever it's possessing at the moment. So, I guess I can live with Foreskin Ghost. But I do think that the game is held back by its handheld nature and the level structure. I can understand why they wanted the game to be more pick up and play. You pick up, you choose a mission, you play it, you close your DS, you throw it out the window. Oh, but the mission structure isn't that bad because you get to see Luigi do a little dance every time you finish one. But it doesn't need to be this way. It could have just been these mansions all exist and they have these missions intertwined throughout them with checkpoints or save points throughout them. Think how the Mario and Luigi games have the little save boxes scattered through them. The disadvantages outweigh the advantages for me for having this level system that ultimately is just always pulling you in and out of these environments and not allowing you to take them in as much because you're not as immersed in them as soon as you do any little thing. Old man. But hey, his new ringtone is definitely an upgrade. I even made it my phone ringtone so I get to listen to it every time I ignore the IRS. Yeah, go on, Luigi. Yeah, get it, Luigi. Yeah, come on. Whoa! How am I supposed to think straight? God damn. Hey, just because I'm not super into this level structure doesn't mean the game is bad at all. It is still Luigi's Mansion at its core, and it is an extremely fun experience. The ghosts are a little bit more cartoony. The game overall has less of an eerie atmosphere as the original game, but honestly, I don't mind it too much. It's still super charming, super fun, super vibrant. The enemies have fantastic variety with some mini bosses.
Come on. There we go. No, still. Okay. There we go.
And there's ghosts getting crystallized as you get to the later chapters to make them slightly more difficult to beat, with several variations of Ghost me not even talking about in this video. This is such a high quality product, and such an enjoyable experience from start to finish. Speaking of finish, no, not in that way. The game ends with a final face-off against King Boo in this weird corridor chase section that is actually really fun. You have to face off against a rolling King Boo. This is such an incredibly unique and extremely memorable boss fight, and you did see right, he did steal Mario again. He just loves doing this. But the whole fight is amazing from start to finish. It's the most memorable thing for me personally about this entire game, aside from maybe the introduction of Polterpup, the best character in the entire franchise. Oh, look at the little doggy. But after he's finally dealt with, we free Mario and it's happy days. The Dark Moon is returned to its whole form and the ghosts are peaceful again. This is a happy ending and is something that would probably put a smile on your face if you played it. If you didn't pay full price for it. Hey look, whatever, it's a new game. Sure, you want it to make money, but this game costs the same as Mario Odyssey. It costs the same as Luigi's Mansion 3. It costs more than it retailed for on 3DS. And if it was a full from the ground up remake, I would understand, but all you did was put the bottom screen in the top right corner. Now, I'm the last person to tell you how to spend your money. I bought this game, but how are you going to convince the average person to drop that much? Okay, I'm sold.